Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to be drawing a coyote, or a coyote, depending on how you pronounce it. So it's kind of like a mixture of a wolf and a fox, for anyone who doesn't know. So very intelligent animals. So I am on landscape paper. Use a pencil and an eraser and hit pause if I go too fast. So we'll start with the eyes. Center point, about here, that's where the eyes, they're about along that center point line. Maybe a little bit lower because he's got big ears. So like roughly there. Is that center? Does that look center? Maybe it's like a slightly bit center. A bit lower than center. Anyway, stop talking. So, start with the eyes. Curve. Line up and around. Alright, like so. And then we bring it down underneath. And curve it to here. So I always think it's like a lemon sort of shape, right? Or like a bird's head looking this way, like a parrot or something, you know what I mean? So this is the beak. That's the kind of shape I think of when I draw it anyway. And then his iris, so real big half circle sort of shape coming around here, right? And then in here's black. Right, and then pupil, so another half circle, just coming around like so, and you can color this black as well. So relatively big eyes, like that, right? So the other eye, you can fit like an eye and a half, nearly two eyes across, right? So the width of his eye will go once, twice, nearly. So it's not like full two eyes across, it's just like nearly, it's like, so the width of his eye, I'll measure it for you, so let me see. So that's roughly 3 centimeters, and that is, well, you know what, it's about twice. So I always like to think twice. So that's 3, yeah, 6, okay. So we can fit an eye 3 centimeters across. So that's like 2 eyes across, and that's where the eye will start. I was right the first time. Didn't need to measure. Like so, and then that's just so, yeah. And then again, this sort of bird's beak sort of shape comes around. Like that. And then the iris. Like so, and then color this black. Pupil then. Half circle, color black. Okay, so we'll go down and do the nose, right? So the nose is about here, right? So roughly the width of the eyes, right? You've got this triangle going on, right? So you go here to here is about the same as here to here, right? So this, about the same as this. So you got this sort of triangle. So this width, roughly the same as this. Okay. And then the nose will come down the sides. Like so. And then, let's see, so it'll roughly like just this sort of roundish sort of shape comes down to here. And then similar on this side. This is like the middle. So the middle line for his lip, and then we go up up around here. Okay, and then nostrils inside, so we go around like so, right, on the edges. And then these will come around like this. Big round sort of circles that go back sort of underneath into here and around like so. This kind of thing, and then this shape goes up into here, and then you can like shade this in dark. Like that. And we can have detail lines as much as you'd like. Line down the middle. Stuff coming around like so. Okay, so then the mouth, right? So again, fox-like mouth. So kind of curves around the edge here. Up and down. Comes around here. Now, these can be like straight lines like this, or like sketchy hairy lines. You know, it's up to you. It depends on your style. So yeah, and this sort of comes up around the eye then. Like goes into the corner of his eye maybe. You could have like a line up the middle. Maybe like a furry section coming down here. So it very much depends on how you feel about detail and texture and stuff. So it's up to you. You can do as much of this as you want, really. Right? And then the bottom lip and the chin. Just down there, and this is generally like shadowy black, so just thicken it up. Like so. So we'll add some details just around the eyes now as well. So we'll add like eyelid lines just here. Something coming around the top, like so. And like coyotes and creatures like this, they have these sort of like bumps. Dogs as well. These sort of bumps on the insides of their brows. It's sort of like a sensory thing. Sometimes they'll have whiskers growing out of them. Just these sort of curved areas here. And then we got like eyelid line. Coming around like so, and something similar here. And then we have a hairy section underneath, like a bags under their eyes basically, but it's pockets of fur, just the way their fur grows, you know. Like so. Okay, so our coyote friend has like a face. A couple of lines for face, and then like long sticking out fur on this side, right? So, and the face generally like comes down, connects with the eye, right? So the eye here, and then the face kind of comes out this side, right? So you'll have just like this spiking sort of. This will also trail out to, you know, real loads of fur sort of sticking out inside of the face. Well, we could do that, so I'll go out here. Right, so like out to the side of the face. This is what makes the coyote kind of look a bit like a fox. And then we go similar. Right, out like so. Then the lines for the face will kind of come around here, Now they're fur, they're sort of subtle, they're not like, you know, explicitly drawn in. They're just sort of furry lines. Right, sort of like that. And so then these spiking lines, right, will come up and join the ears. So similar over here. Right, and then we're going to start to meet like his head, like sort of lines for his head, right, and stuff like that here. So we'll find the top of his head. So like up here, yeah, so it's kind of thin in between his ears. So there's like just up here, kind of this furry sort of section. And you could have like a line coming up the middle, you know, more of this sort of texture and things like bumps maybe for his eyes and things like that. For his skull, should I say. Okay, now real big ears here, right? So, yeah, so no real fancy way of doing it. So like it goes into his head. Here, so this is like his headline. Here, so this is like his skull. Right, and his ears are here. So it starts like here and somewhere here. And then they go all the way around to here. So, like, all the way. Right, so up, out and around. So, and again, they can be hairy. Or straight, you know, you could just do a straight line, smooth line, if you don't like the furry texture. And that comes down roughly to there. And then we'll do the same thing over this side. So, yeah. Like so. So real big ears. And then, so yeah, he can have like an internal part, so like sort of, you know, this sort of line that could come up on the inside and maybe like curve down to here, and this curves out, and this is all like fur and stuff. All right, like so. When you do same thing over here, up, down, and there's like a section that sticks in here. And then we have like a black section inside, but it's got like fur covering most of it. So we'll add like these furry lines, hair lines. All right, like that. And like in here is black. And then there's like some fur on the outside, so. Right, so we'll just darken this up. So you're just trying to create the illusion of hair and like shadow just on the inside of the ear there. So you're like adding these hairlines just here and then a shadow inside them. Like that. And you know, you can have more hair here. Okay, and we'll roughly do the same thing on this side. So okay, but that's roughly the ear. And then, so we'll just add a neck, I guess. We'll just add some like furry sort of neck section just down here. He's like, his back goes this way in the picture I'm drawn from, so the neck is at the front here. So we'll just go down here and we'll give like a little white section of fur. We'll give him like a collar of white fur here. And you can have, you know, sort of different levels like that. And then, so his back then should just come off this way from like his head. So, and maybe like some more furry sorts of lines just to show his shoulder going off that way. Something coming down there. And I think he should have whiskers. I nearly always forget the whiskers. And I think he has like some lines like coming out up here as well. Okay, but I think generally that's it. That's how to draw a coyote. You can keep going with detail for as much as you want. Sometimes people like to thicken up the edge lines of black ink drawings like this. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends on how you feel. Okay, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.